Hello everyone, this is James Thomasson and this is my video on Fundamental Windows Techniques Part 2. In this video I'm going to be describing a way to check for spyware on your computer using command prompt commands and utilities. Of course you can do this with other software like sysinternals or Foundstone if you run an XP, but I thought it'd be an interesting way to show you how to use this using the command prompts in a batch file. Commands that we'll be using will be nbtstat and with the parameter n, and you need the minus in front of it, and this lists the local NetBIOS names. And then we're going to be using netstat-ano. The A-A displays all the connections and listening ports. N displays addresses and port numbers in numerical form. O displays the owning process ID, which is the PID associated with each connection. Then we'll be using task list, which is the same thing as task manager on your taskbar, which displays the list of current running processes on the computer. And if you check this with your task, the netstat commands with your task manager, make sure that during the view you've got on the view options you've got the PID checked off. And we'll be using the commands date and time, which displays date and time, and make sure you got the /T on there, or it will come up and ask you to enter a date and time. We're going to make a folder called SpyCatch in my user directory, and then we're going to create a batch program called cspyi.bat in that folder that will create a text file called vspyk.txt. And this is the actual batch file. And I'm going to leave it up here for a second, and you'll notice that I've got my path up there. C users J SpyCatch, and it's going to build a file called vspyk.txt. That is optional to have that path. And if you don't have that path there, then it'll go out to the Windows System 32 file. The text file will. And make sure you've got the single chevron, which is the right looking arrow on the first file, and then every command after that you have the double chevron, which will just admit to it or add to the file. Okay. Alright, let's go to Windows Explorer. And let's go up here to J, and we're going to add a new folder, and we're going to rename this folder SPYKETCH, and notice that it's empty. Now we need to put our batch file in there, and so we need to bring up Notepad to create the file with. And I've already got the statements keyed in on Word, so all I'm going to do is do a copy and paste, which will save us some time and keep me within my time frame here. And notice, like I said, there's a little one chevron here, 2 on the commands after that. That's very important. Now we're going to save as, and we're going to save it in this file, and we're going to save this as cspyi.bat, and you can tell it that, key it in as that, save it. Now let's close it, exit out of it. Now let's go back up here and bring it up on Windows Explorer, and there it is. Now we're going to right click on this and run it as administrator. Alright, notice it's running all the command prompts, and here comes our file right where we wanted it. And now we're going to open this. Notice it's Sunday, it's 11 p.m. at night. We've got our command for users, NBT stats, which shows us who's logged on. And then we've got the active connections from the netstat with the ANO attributes. And what you look for is the established ones, not the listening, but the established, because established is normally where viruses and Trojans and those things attack your computer from. They establish a connection. In this one, the PID numbers are 204 and 3700. That's what's established. So I want to scroll on down to my task list and find those two numbers. See, 2004. It's right here. It's an Apple mobile device, which I know that's okay. And 3700, where's that at? And that's an iTunes program. I know that's okay also. And I didn't see anything that was established that would make me think that it's spyware. But for this example, say I found something called Skype that I didn't know what it was, a Skype.exe. Well, if you find something and you don't know what it is, at this point, you bring up the internet and we'll go to a website, and of course you write the program name down that you found, and you go to a website called www.spywareguide.com. And notice you got an entry box here. Let's enter Skype. SKYPE. And I didn't use EXE because I know nothing will come up. It brings up a result saying, hey, there's Skype Defender out there as spyware. And I didn't know that until I started playing with this. It's a level 7. And I go up here and put my arrow on it. It highlights, and let's click on it and see what it tells me. It gives me some tools, tells me how to remove it. It's what you'd want to do if you find that on your computer. And then also it tells me that its purpose is to still Skype user. This video has helped you in some way. I enjoyed making this video, and like I say, I hope somebody got something out of this. And this wraps up my 2 videos for this semester, and y'all have a nice weekend, what's left of it.